Hello, English 3060. Awesome students. How we doing? Welcome to week 12. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're safe. Hope you're staying awesome. I hope that you're happy. Hope everything's going well for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it and extend another hearty thank you, heartfelt thank you to all of you for meeting with me last week. Met with the teams, just amazing conversations, amazing communication with you. You guys are just super splendid, awesome. I mean, just incredible. The teamwork, the acknowledgement between how you guys operated and worked in the team meetings and stuff like that was just incredible. So kudos to you. And thank you again. I know it was a big ask of me to have everyone at the same time be online, especially right now. That was very challenging and very difficult. Some of you were able to meet in from these different locations and carved out the time for me. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And I enjoyed those conversations so very much. So thank you. All right, we're in week 12. I know I've got we're still doing that thing where I'm putting the current module week that we're kind of in at the top. But this week, we've got the projects 4A and 4B are due this Sunday. So I kept it just underneath here before I moved the other project 5 module here. And I'll wait till we turn the corner of that next week before I move these, okay? So we've got the 4A and 4B that are due this Sunday. And of course, in the 5A module, I put a little note here for us to help us all find this a little easier, just FYI. Due week 12 this week, 4A and 4B. So see the project 4B module. Here's project 4B. And there's the submission folders for you. So take a look at week 12. Nothing too spectacular, except obviously I'll be starting to go over Project 5A this week. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll get into some more specifics. And of course, we can't look at 5A kind of without looking at 5B too. So we'll be looking at those and we'll start thinking about how we're going to tackle those. But I don't want to detract you from concentrating and allowing your teams that opportunity to work on projects 4B, 4A. So that's what we're doing this week, 4A, 4B. Same time, we'll start kind of looking forward at 5A and 5B. We had great conversations about 4B and 4A last week, answered your questions about some of the specifics, especially when it comes to the presentation. In Project 4B, recall that in there too, we're doing this elevator pitch, right? So someone's going to start us off real quick by giving us that really quick synopsis. And then in our presentation slides, using the new technology, remember, we're going to be really, really concise and try to keep those words down to no more than 6 words. Try to think about more like bullet points. Let the audience hear your voice and not be detracted by too much text, right, on our slides. Okay, good. I think we all got that. So those are some wonderful conversations we had about that particular project. So as we're trying to think about concision and increasing and developing those presentation skills. And kind of one of the things we're doing as we move from Project 1B, especially, Project 2, the oral briefing, where we kind of analyzed our slides there and we thought, well, okay, we've got a lot of text going on here. So how do we reduce that text? And Project 4B gives us an opportunity to kind of practice that with the progress report memo before we get to the big kahuna, Project 5 presentation of our proposal. So that's kind of the skill we're kind of getting to hone and work on this week. Complete projects 4B, 4A. Watch the week 12 videos here. Start with this one, hopefully, right? And then submit projects 4B and 4A to Canvas by Sunday night, okay? And then we're going to continue collaborating, planning. You guys are just nailing that, reading and analyzing, right? Analyzing our slides, maybe even as we're putting them together. Are we being concise? Are we detracting our audience too much? Even if we're to like put a graphic on there, is it too wordy? Is the graphic just enough to, while we're explaining that information, should we use a graphic or should we use some sort of graphical representation of data or something else like that we're thinking about? Are we the focus? Do we giving our audience a chance to listen to us and reducing the amount of texts, amount of words on our slides? So that's what we're kind of like working on this week, right? Honing that skill for Project 4B. Okay, so that's it kind of in a nutshell. That's our overview. Again, thank you again so much for meeting with me last week. Thoroughly enjoyed it. If you have any further questions about 4B or 4A this week, let me know. And I'll be back at you soon and we'll start talking about 5A and 5B. Have a most wonderful week. Most importantly, as you know, stay safe and stay awesome.